That theory about heaven, where did that come from? That's interesting. I didn't think you thought that deep, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a deep guy.
Yeah.
Like I put stuff way up my ass.
I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you familiar at all with like old school torture methods?
The only thing I know, when like bodies would get quartered.
Drawn and quartered?
Yeah, like tie a horse to each limb or whatever. And
Fun fact about that, did you know that you actually castrate them before you do it?
why?
I don't know. Just cause fuck you, that's why.
Part of the process?
Yeah, dude, we're gonna cut your dick off, and then these horses are gonna pull you apart, dude.
Jesus.
That's what happened to William Wallace, actually.
He got quartered? I just thought he got like beheaded and shit.
No, he got his nuts fucking cut off, drawn and quartered.
Really? I thought he got fucking...
They left that out of they left that part out of the movie, you know?
So that's how he died?
Yeah, I think that's how he died. Speaking of
I
which,
thought he
I don't think that movie was actually about the real William Wallace. I think it was about some other guy.
Really?
Yeah, William Wallace was never like a peasant, and he never lived in a little village. He was a noble.
What?
Yeah, he was like from a noble family. Yeah.
Why they lie?
I don't know. I guess because it sounds better for Hollywood.
Yeah, so why'd you bring up old school torturing methods?
I just want to know which ones are your favorites.
I mean, the classic guillotine, the thing that,
Guillotine's cool.
the swinging pendulum or whatever the fuck.
Swinging pendulum. That's not real.
Oh, really? But they swing the blade and
No.
they just wait for it. Oh, that's not
That
real?
was from Dungeons and Dragons, dude. That was the maze
was a
from
real
Dungeons
thing.
and Dragons, dude.
Well, no. Isn't there a thing where they lay you down and it's like something swings left to right? Isn't that the guillotine?
No. The guillotine is when they just chop your head off, which isn't actually a torture method. It's just public execution.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that pendulum is actually real. Not sure, but it's plausible. They could just have a really fucking heavy blade and slowly fucking swing at the
Yeah, I
top
don't
of you
know.
until it fucking cuts you open and guts you. That'd be pretty tight.
Torture methods, though? Yeah, the only thing I really knew of was quartering, which you explained to me that there's a fucking neutering first.
Yeah, the neutering and the quartering, dude. Which one do you want first, bro?
I'd rather get quartered than fucking neutered.
It's kind of weird that they call it quartered, but they take off 5 points on your body. That's
Yeah.
pretty inconsistent.
Fucking fingered.
That was actually an old school torture method, the fingering, bro.
The fingering. This is what we call the fingering! It's like, alright.
I sentence you all to the fingering.
The fingering for treason. Like, fuck, man.
15 fingers.
Just throw some fucking tomatoes at me, you fucking... you boomer fuck.
15 fingers running consecutively.
The fucking good old days.
Fucking boomers, man.
Literally. Back in my day, it's like, oh yeah, back in your day. Okay, buddy.
We used to finger and neuter, draw and quarter, dude.
Yeah.
Now, that was a torture method. There's some pretty cool ones out there. There's this one called the Brazen Bull. You ever heard of that?
The brazen bull? Oh boy.
Yeah.
Can I guess what that is?
You can guess, yeah.
They get a bull, and they shove it up your ass.
No, it's a little more fucked up than that. It's actually pretty interesting. So the Brazen Bull is a giant sculpture of a bull that's made out of brass. It's hollow on the inside, and it has a horn that goes from the center of the inside. So it's like a floating fucking trumpet mouthpiece, you know? And it's connected to the open mouth of the bull. So they put you in the bull, and then they light a fire under the bull.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So they pretty much cook you. And the reason that they have that horn there is so they can hear you screaming from inside.
Wow.
Yeah. They were creative.
That's what I'm saying. Like, boomers came from that.
Yeah.
You know? Like, what's so special about fucking the good old days? Like,
I don't know, dude.
Fuck you.
Like, isn't that fucking crazy? Like, how much time did that take?
Yeah, dude.
To fucking... A, how much time did it take to think of that? A. B, how much time and resources did that take to fucking construct?
Let's put a horn inside this fucking thing so we can hear the guy screaming. It's like, what?
It's like, why would you even make it in the shape of a bull?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, wouldn't it just be a sphere? Like, if it was just like a torture method?
People were fucking smoking something back then. Smoking that good shit. That good kush.
That good, dude.
Apparently Twitter fired people for talking shit about management.
Oh, dude, Elon Musk is having a fucking field day over there.
Why is he being such a boomer? Like, oh, everyone has to come back to the office.
Cause, dude, fuck those woke-ass motherfuckers at Twitter, dude. Fuck that shit.
Firing people left and right. Like, who? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't understand. Like, what do you gain from that? Like,
as far as I'm concerned, the people of Twitter are getting their comeuppance. They had no problem fucking banning people for nothing, dude. And now fucking our savior, our Lord and Savior, Elon Musk the boomer.
I don't know. I don't get this obsession or fascination.
You don't abide, dude?
I don't get this obsession with Elon Musk. Like,
you don't fucking abide, dude?
I just don't.
You don't abide by the monk? It's Elon Musk, dude.
Monk.
Yeah, for real, dude. The savage monk.
It just comes back to our fucking the root of our whole conversation. Like, people are just so easily impressed with others. It's
yeah,
like,
it's fucking gay boomer behavior.
like, oh, but he's smart and he does things. It's like, okay.
It's like he was fucking born to a rich family.
Was he?
Yeah, he had crazy money. Dude, it's not a coincidence that he's a fucking white South African treating people like slaves. Like, what the fuck?
That, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
no coincidence. Like,
yeah.
You know?
That's
like... Yeah, he comes from a rich family. He runs a lot of shit, but most of that running shit, like, he's a figurehead for, like, a bunch of companies. Yeah, he makes decisions, but he has other people implore his fucking decisions. Like, it's not that big of a deal that he's running Twitter. He probably told somebody in charge of firing people to fire a bunch of people. Like, you know what I mean? And all he did was put it out on Twitter that a bunch of people were fired. Like, I don't know exactly what he does.
It's just, the thing that pisses me off is like when he's like, we should go to Mars, and then everyone's like, yeah, oh my god. Like, how many people have in the past, if I said let's go to Mars 30 years ago, but I don't have money, it's like, okay, whatever, idiot. Right? It's like, people, like, it's like anyone can come up with a dumb fucking idea. I mean, I'm not saying going to Mars is dumb, although I don't know what the hell, you know, what that'll do for us. We'll just fuck up Mars anyway, the same way we fucked up Earth. Like, it's not like...
I'm gonna give you a hint, Moses. You and me are not fucking invited, that's for damn sure.
We're too cool for that shit.
No, we don't have the fucking money to go on a spaceship to Mars. Like, you know, it's funny, I actually have a theory. I don't know if there's any truth to this shit, but I believe that Mars used to be like Earth. A race of beings used to live there, and then they fucked it up beyond recognition.
Probably what's gonna happen to us, you know?
That's what I'm saying. After they fucked it up, they just got in spaceships because they were technologically advanced, but they fucked the world up so badly that they just fucking got on spaceships and left.
Kind of have a theory of the cycle of life. Although, you know, I don't believe it because of, you know, what my religious beliefs say in its scripture. Like, you know, paradise is eternal. There is no end to it. But I had this theory at one point where, you know, heaven, like, okay, God decides who goes to heaven and hell, right? And then all the good people go to heaven, but then because people suck so bad, after like 1,000,000 years, we start to fuck up heaven, and God just says, okay, well, time for Earth again, you know?
That's an interesting theory.
It kind of relates to what you said about Mars, you know? Like, okay, it was a planet at one point, where people were living, or whatever, and then we fucked it up, ruined it, and then...
Yeah.
Some people were smart enough to build spaceships and move to Earth.
That's what we're gonna do eventually.
It's like everyone's like, yeah, we're gonna go to Mars. We're gonna find life. It's like, bro, why are we going to Mars anyway? Well, because Earth is getting old. No, we fucked it up. That's why.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Like, what are we gonna do to Mars? We're gonna fuck it up too.
Yeah, we're just
like,
looking for a scapegoat.
But jobs and cell phones. It's like, okay, it's like, yeah, that's why we're fucking it up. Like,
for real,
you know,
like the world is gonna turn out like the Division 2, dude.
I hope it does. I hope everyone just fucking dies.
That theory about heaven, where did that come from? That's interesting. I didn't think you thought that deep, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm a deep guy.
Yeah.
Like, I put stuff way up my ass. Like, no, I thought of it one day. I forgot where I was. I think I was just sitting in class one day, and I was like, because I was, you know, I get pretty pensive about things. Because, like, the idea of forever scares people. It's a scary thought. Like, imagine being in a perfect world, paradise, forever.
Yeah, it's weird. I used to think about that a lot when I was a kid.
You know? So
Yeah.
I thought, well, hang on a second. You know, God isn't, you know, God is perfect, right? If you believe in a God, you believe he's perfect. He doesn't make any mistakes. And he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Again, the snap of a finger, God could just say, yes, heaven is forever, and there's nothing we could do about it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it ends there. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I just had this thought. So I was thinking, like, we've been to heaven already, or our forefathers have already been to heaven. They've dealt with Judgment Day. Like, I'm talking like 1,000,000 or 1,000,000,000 years ago, right? People from 1,000,000,000 years ago, even probably long before dinosaurs, right? Let's just say there was another set of human beings, and they had iPhones. They got to, you know, 2022 or whatever year, you know what I'm saying?
You know what's really crazy?
What?
There's a lot of research being done by this guy named Graham Hancock, and you're not that far off from what he's discovered.
Really?
Yeah, you're really not that far off from what he's discovered.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. So
he says Atlantis was real.
What's Atlantis?
You know, the lost city of Atlantis that's like under the ocean now and stuff that.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I found out about him in college. One of my friends was talking about him, and he said he was on Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was like, you have to listen to that episode. So I was like, all right, who is the guy? And he was like, he's like the real life Indiana Jones.
Really?
He really is like the real life Indiana Jones. Like, he went looking for the lost city of Atlantis.
Jesus.
He would dive under the oceans to find these places, and like, there are crazy fucking like old cities like underneath the ocean.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, that's not surprising.
Yeah, like old fucking shit, like ancient, like beyond ancient. And these structures that are not fucking like natural, like completely like they look man-made. So yeah, you're not that far off from what that guy's found. Yeah.
Yeah, like a billion years ago, like there was a set of dinosaurs before the set of dinosaurs that we knew, right? Or whatever other, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I feel like
everything is just cyclical.
Yeah, it's just
everything just goes around in circles.
So they all went to heaven, and then as the years went, or whoever went to heaven and hell, and as the years went on in heaven and paradise, human beings' natural instinct just came out, and they ruined it and ruined it and ruined it, you know. And then boom, the dinosaurs happened again, and like it just, you know, it kind of recycled. Maybe the Big Bang Theory is God's way of saying, oh, let me just reset everything and start over. Let me see what this group of human beings do with this new universe.
I wonder what atheists would think about that.
Well, you know what, dude? Honestly,
because it's kind of funny. Like, I honestly, you're not far off from what I actually believe. Even though you, like, over the years, you've started to believe that you and me don't really fucking think the same or believe in the same things.
No, we do.
Like, you're really not that far off from what, like...
No, I know. We were never that far off. I was just young and didn't want to hear what you had to say, but...
Talking about heaven, I think heaven is the fifth dimension, and the fifth dimension is a lot like what it's like when we dream. When you take a look at the dimensions, you have the first dimension, which is a dot, a one-dimensional playing field, and then you have the second dimension, which is 2D, it's just a line, and then you have the third dimension, which is 3D space, like this video game that we're playing right now. Then you have the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension is just time and space added onto a third dimension. So what is a fifth dimension exactly? Like, if we're already in a dimension and we're gonna pass from this dimension to another one, because if you look at dying and you look at the actual definition of something being destroyed, nothing technically ever gets destroyed. Like, if you burn up a tree, does it destroy the tree, or does it just transfer what the tree is? Now it's just a burnt up tree.
That's true. Yeah. Even a human being, if you burn a human being, it has the ashes.
Yeah, now it's a burnt up human being. And since you believe in God, you believe in the soul, right?
Of course, yeah.
So what happens when you die? Your soul just gets transferred from your body.
Your soul gets
transferred from your body and goes to heaven. Heaven could have a scientific explanation, but it doesn't negate anything spiritual.
No, of course. Honestly, man, like the whole atheist versus religion, like so many things scientifically correlate with a lot of religious stuff and vice versa. It's just
atheists are really just angry people.
Literally, yeah, they're angry. They grew up
angry people.
They had very religious fathers or mothers, and they were just like, it was funny. I remember one time I was watching a video, atheists debating with like a Christian, or a group of like religious people debating with atheists. And there was this one guy. He looked like a fat like musician that never made it.
Yeah, like an atheist.
He looked like an atheist. Yeah, like a musician that never made it. Like, you know, long ponytail, gray hair, and like, how could I believe in a god that has cancer on planet Earth? Like one of those guys.
That's the stupidest fucking argument ever.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of that fucking childish ass argument. Like,
but this one guy, he was very passionate about his atheism. The video started off with a montage of like a series of different debates of the video, and then it cut to the actual debates. And in the montage in the beginning, I just see this, you know, fat failed musician guy. He was like yelling kind of at this religious person. How do you expect me to believe in beings with wings? How do you expect me to believe that a horse can fly into heaven? How do you expect me to believe in this, that, and that? And I was just like, I remember watching it and thinking like, dude, why are you crying? Like, you know, like that was like, I wasn't even interested in hearing the debates at that point. I was just like, dude, like,
you're
shut
acting
up.
like a fucking pussy, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care that you don't believe in anything, but please stop whining. Like, you're literally like you're aggravating me. You know, it was just, so I was like, whatever. I just fucking clicked out of the video.
That's literally a guy who saw like one too many episodes of Penn and Teller's bullshit.
Yeah.
And he takes their fucking ideas as fucking like gospel. Like
Yeah.
A lot
like,
of
look, man, believe in what you want. I don't give a shit, right? Be an atheist, be a non-atheist, but like hear each other out and what you're trying to say. 9 times out of 10, you're actually like when people say, "Oh, the Big Bang is like," how could you believe in God when the Big Bang is something? It's like
maybe God started the Big Bang. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like, like, and then they say like, "Oh, but the theories say that different gases moved and exploded into each other with carbon and schmarbon." I'm just like, bro, that's great. Like, cool.
It doesn't negate anything.
Exactly. Nothing. A lot of like when people say, "Oh, well, how about the theory of what about gravity or whatever?" And it's just like, dude,
what about
that's
it?
Just what that's just what's present on Earth. Just because a textbook says the theory of this and this explains why Earth is the way it is, doesn't mean you're disproving a higher being. You're just explaining. Thank you for explaining what this means. Like
if you look at it this way, you can see God's work right in front of your eyes every single day.
That's what I'm saying.
The fact that after all these fucking millions and millions of years, gravity still works for some reason.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how
gravity's still a thing?
I remember I was talking to Ollie once. I'm just like, if gravity is so, like how come we're not getting crushed by just the weight of the air every day? And Ollie was like, oh, but like our bodies like emit like gas, like a gas that cancels it out. Some shit like that. And I was just like, oh, that's pretty fucking cool. We're all perfectly designed to perfectly handle the Earth that we're in, right?
Yeah. It's the balance.
You're right, exactly. There's a balance. Like, there's no fucking way it's all happening as a coincidence. Absolutely no way.
That's my favorite atheist argument. Dude, it's just a bunch of stupid, like, the universe is just stupid and it doesn't know what it's doing. Yeah, all right, dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude.
Then you're not an atheist if you believe that.
The Earth is stupid. Yeah, dude. Fucking the universe is stupid. You know what you're talking about. Some fat guy who never fucking worked out a day in his life, who has no idea. Like, he's a failed fucking musician. You watch Penn and Teller, and you're just reiterating the same thing. Yeah, dude, you got this.
Honestly, man,
you got God pinned, dude. Yeah. I feel bad for God with your argument, bro.
Again, you don't want to believe in God. Don't. That's fine, but. Like, it goes the other way too. The people that are the hardcore religious don't want to hear anything about. They don't even want to hear an explanation. It's like, I don't want to hear it. That's ungodly. It's like, dude, hang on a second. Like the science stuff, it's explaining what's in front of us. It's explaining how things work. It's an explanation of what the universe has done. If you want to,
they're dumb as fuck too. They're just as big idiots. They're just as big of retards as. Like atheists. If
people just literally shut up and listen to each other, like
for real.
Like literally 90% of the problems on Earth, especially the ones that are driven between religion versus non-religion, literally would not be a problem anymore.
For real, yeah. And it's so weird because so many people like don't believe in God anymore. It's just like now it's like it's stupid to believe in God, but I feel like at least the younger generation, they're not gay about it like the older generation is. It's a little concerning to me, but it's not that bad. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people are just confusing like spirituality. Like, you know how Kanye West says he's God?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I think a lot of kids did a lot of drugs, started seeing what Kanye might have meant, you know what I mean? But not really what he meant. Because like when you have like spiritual experiences happen to you, you can believe that you're God. But if you believe it in a dumb way, like you're God and you're the God, like that's when things start fucking up in people's lives. You know what I mean? That's when you're fucking retarded. It's not that you're God, it's that you're the closest vessel to what God is and does, just like the rest of the universe.
Yeah.
So in reality, you're on an equal playing field with the universe. If everything is holy, then you're not above anything.
Right.
And that's pretty much what it is.
No, I gotcha.
So I think a lot of kids are either leaning in that direction, like the stupid Kanye West way, or they're just like, nah, it's just a bunch of bullshit. That's kind of how I see how it's going.
Here's the coup de grace, right? When it comes to hating, when people hate God, it's the God that they know and they were raised with. It's the God that their parents made them hate, right? It's like, oh, if you do this, God's going to put you in hell.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. Thanks a lot, Mom. Thanks a lot, Dad. Like, thanks a lot, Uncle Frank. Like, You just made.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Yeah, you just made the one thing that's supposed to really unite us all. You just made that thing scary, and you're making me not like it and not gravitate towards it.
Exactly. 100.
Right?
100%.
So that's why a lot of people just say like in movies and shows when people say, yeah, me and God aren't on the same page. It's like
That's
okay,
supposed to be cool, yeah.
Yeah. It's like
I'm like, I'm a rebel, dude.
yeah. Like if God
There's
was
space in hell, save me a seat. Like,
yeah, like if God was in front of me, I wouldn't get along with him. It's like, oh, okay.
you know what's funny? When Dad used to say, like, when you're, like, in Judgment Day, if your mom or your brothers need good deeds from you to get into heaven, you're not going to give it to them.
You're not going to give it to them.
And in my mind, I was always like, I would totally give it to them. I would totally do
me
that.
too.
You know what I mean? I was like, and I would imagine myself yelling at God in front of everybody on Judgment Day.
Like, wait a second.
Yeah, it's like, I'm the hero in this story, dude.
Yeah.